Once again, I have to say that this is breaking news coming from India. Let's talk to our correspondent Dharamjot Kaur, who's joining us on the phone. Dharamjot Kaur, it's a sad day for India. We have lost a visionary leader. This is the 13th Prime Minister of India. Tell us more about this latest information that we are getting.
Well, Eric, Dr. Singh was admitted to the hospital roughly a couple of hours ago at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences here in New Delhi. Preliminary reports did suggest that Dr. Singh was suffering from some age-related and respiratory illness. Not to forget, he was 92 years old. And he also had a medical history where he has suffered heart ailments before. He's been through a couple of open heart surgeries. So definitely an age-related illness, but a long and an illustrious life and an illustrious political career at that, Eric. As you rightly mentioned, he's been India's Prime Minister for 10 long years, served 2 consecutive terms in office. But the biggest takeaway from Dr. Singh's political life was his role as the finance minister in India in 1991, when the country was going through a terrible financial crisis. And he is well known across the world, not just in India, but globally, for his key role then in enforcing sweeping financial reforms, Eric. He was responsible for abolishing what was then called the license Raj, or the licensing system. He put India on the path of liberalization and globalization in 1991. And the rest we know in terms of India's economic growth is history. It's only been an upward and onward trend ever since. Again, a big economist, a major social reformer. He also had a great education background. Studied at the Punjab University, did his graduation and post-graduation from there, then went on to study and gain further expertise in the field of economics from the Cambridge University and then from the Oxford University. So clearly a very illustrious career, Eric. Dr. Manmohan Singh is somebody who is respected and revered across party lines. Earlier this year, when he announced his retirement as the member of the Rajya Sabha, one could see how the kind of respect that he commanded, not just from the Congress party, but also from his political adversaries, be it the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Samajwadi Party, or any other leader who has seen Dr. Singh in action as one of India's most revered politicians, Eric.
Dharamjot Kaur is our correspondent. Dharamjot, stay with me. This is breaking news coming from India, and 92-year-old 13th Prime Minister of India, Manmohan Singh, Dr. Manmohan Singh, has passed away in hospital. He was the 13th Prime Minister of India. Dharamjot Kaur, you have mentioned his time during his time when he was the Finance Minister of India. What are some of the memorable events of his prime ministerial, post? Because many people remember him during his second term in office.
Well, there have been a lot of, social reforms and a lot of other acts that were introduced by Dr. Singh during his tenure as Prime Minister. He was known for the nuclear agreement that India had with the United States in 2008. So that was one of the biggest breakthroughs. Of course, he suffered a lot of political setbacks for that action, but I think that was one of the key iconic moments in Dr. Manmohan Singh's political career, where he stood his ground and said, well, this is for India's national security. So the private nuclear deal with the United States was a pivotal moment as far as India's security is concerned. There were a lot of other, schemes and social reforms, Eric, that Dr. Singh put forth during his 10-year regime. There were a lot of schemes for the rural people in India. So, we have a lot of the Employment Guarantee Act. We have the minimum wages that were introduced, a lot of other social reforms that have benefited India's rural population and the lower middle class for years to come now, Eric. So clearly he was known for a lot of those reforms. He was also known for how soft-spoken he was. So somebody who used to be called the silent Prime Minister, he's one of those Prime Ministers of India who has probably sat through some of the most intense questions from reporters. He's given over 110 press conferences during his 10-year term as Prime Minister, Eric. So, a lot about his personality that stands out, not just as a politician, but as India's statesman. And clearly, we've lost a big figure in the political scene today, Eric.
All right, we do understand that the current Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, has tweeted. We will get his tweet in a moment. But Singh's premiership officially ended at noon on the 17th of May 2014. He did not contest the 2014 general election for the 16th Lok Sabha as the prime ministerial candidate. He resigned his post as prime minister after the Bharatiya Janata Party-led National Democratic Alliance won the election. He served as the acting prime minister till 26th of May 2014 when Narendra Modi was sworn in as the new prime minister. Singh, along with the Congress president Sonia Gandhi, former President APJ Abdul Kalam and Pratibha Patel and Vice President Hamid Ansari attended Modi's swearing-in ceremony. Later, Singh shifted to New Delhi. In 2016, it was announced that Singh was to take up a position at Punjab University as the Jawaharlal Nehru Chair, which he eventually did not. Singh retired from the Rajya Sabha in April 2024 and was succeeded by Sonia Gandhi. Dharamjot Kaur is our correspondent. Dharamjot, we do understand that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has tweeted.
Just as of a few minutes ago, India's Prime Minister has tweeted mourning the loss of Dr. Manmohan Singh. In a lengthy tweet, he goes on to talk about Dr. Singh's humble origins and how he rose on to become one of India's most respected economists. PM Modi has highlighted a lot of Dr. Singh's all his achievements in his political career. He's also mentioned some of his personal interactions with Dr. Singh back in the day when Narendra Modi was the Chief Minister of Gujarat and Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister of India. So he's spoken at length about Dr. Singh's illustrious career, his personal conversations and discussions with the political leader. And the tweet just came in as of a few minutes ago, where Prime Minister Modi says that in this hour of grief, my thoughts are with the family of Dr. Manmohan Singh, his friends and his countless admirers.
Dharamjot Kaur is our correspondent in India, and if you're just joining us, this is breaking news from India. And 92-year-old former Prime Minister of India, the 13th Prime Minister of India, Manmohan Singh, has passed away in hospital. Singh was ranked 18 on the 2010 Forbes list of the world's most powerful people. Forbes magazine described Singh as being universally praised as India's best Prime Minister since Nehru. Australian journalist who had done a profile on him praised the Prime Minister as one of the greatest statesmen in Asian history. Singh was later ranked 19 and 28 in 2012 and 2013 in the Forbes list. Times magazine also described Singh as guiding India into the ranks of the great powers, but conversely, Time magazine's Asia edition in 2012 on its cover remarked that Singh was an underachiever. So he has had quite a progressive history in politics and the politics in India. Dharamjot Kaur, what else can Indians or the whole world remember about their Prime Minister? For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.